Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmu. We were seeing how we move towards God. Little by little we advance, and slowly, though it is snail's pace with which we move, we are sure to reach, because the goal is fixed, and by the grace of God, His grace, His Kripa Kataksha will be guiding us through the wilderness of sadhana, because thorough purification has to take place at all levels of our existence, and it takes little more time. So Sri Ramakrishna is advising us. One thing is, we all as Ramakrishnites and many other sadhakas of the world have totally accepted this ideal of God realization, and the only purpose of human life is to realize God. In this we don't have doubt now. After a lot of examination of this world and our own status, our state of mind, our tendencies, all this of searching, we feel that it is only thing we have to do is to transcend the nature and be free. So when we, some time back, one person came studying in college, and he was telling, Swamiji, the sins I have done since I have entered into college, till then everything I was conceiving, seeing TV, this, that, and all. When I entered into college, I had total freedom, and the whole propensity of mine was to go into the enjoyments. What all I have done, the sins, I feel I must suffer and die. I deserve it. I deserve contempt. I deserve lot of miseries. I must suffer and die. That is the only prayaschitta I can think of for the sins I have committed. And I was surprised. I said, yes, that is because you are looking at yourself, but you are looking at the animalhood of yours, animal nature in you. Animal nature deserves this. But there are other aspects of your existence which you have not ventured to know or to see. There is human existence in you. When you see the human in you, have you not done anything good for anybody in this life? Even as college student, have you not done anything good? Yes, small good to a suffering boy or something. You're talking to a friend. Some good you have generated, because it is not only animal in you. There is a human. The truth is that you have come here today to the ashrama. What brought you made you to come here? If that animal nature was alone there in you, there is human. And when you see the human, you will feel, oh, I must do. The purpose of life is something to do in this life to serve others. I can serve others. I can sacrifice what all I have. This human to feel for others, to serve, to seek others' welfare. This human is there. But this is also not the end. There is divine within you. This divine within you, when you explore that, explore the divine within you, you will see the animal nature in you is so insignificant, it disappears from your awareness. That is your divine. And divinity, divinehood, is your heritage. In what you have inherited from the divine, what you inherited when you came into this creation. Your real nature is Atman. Your real nature is your divine. Your spiritual existence is there, not only physical existence. The proof is when you sleep, you separate from the body. Second, you enter into a dream. From there also you are going within, leaving the dream world also. Mind and senses. You are entering into deeper layers where you are all separating from the nature. You find yourself one with the Lord. The individual consciousness merges in the cosmic consciousness. There you see, you are through divine and divine, except divinity, nothing is there. This divinity is your heritage. Because you are not aware of the divinity, you are seeing your whole gaze from the birth because of your past tendencies. Whole gaze was outside on the world. Now, first time you are trying to turn inward, you have seen the animal in you. That is the darkness. Darkness you are seeing, there is no existence of darkness. Absence of light is darkness. Animalhood is because you are not light of the Atman, the awareness of the divine, you are not seeing the divine inside. So it is covering the absence of divine in you. You are unable to see, inability to see the divine in you. Itself is the animalhood. It has generated the animal. Just like light is not there, darkness is manifest there immediately. The absence of darkness. Now you see, a place is there where light has not fallen. It is pitch dark. Darkness has no existence at all. The moment light comes, it disappears. Absence of light is darkness. Similarly, absence of your awareness of the divinity, or your own divinity, is making the absence is, this is not heritage. You are not inheriting any animalhood or humanhood. You are inheriting only. Humanhood is a shadow, animalhood is total darkness. Little light is there, it becomes a shadow. Shadow is where little light is falling and darkness also is there. Shadow is humanhood and total darkness is animalhood. Both do not belong to, nor they have existence. When you see the light, when the light comes out of the Atman, when you become aware of your own spiritual existence, you become aware of your divinity, you will see that there was never a animalhood you knew at all. The absence, you are not knowing, so you are looking yourself to be animal. All your behavior, this, what, everything was happened in the darkness. Nothing was there. Just like dream world. You are seeing a dream world. When you are experiencing also, the dream world is not there. Same is when you see light is not falling under a tree, the sunshine, you see a shadow. Shadow is where some dim light from somewhere else, reflected light is entering and main shadow is falling. Absence of light. Mixture of these becomes shadow. and in shadow some dim light can be seen, things can be observed, perceived, but it doesn't mean that there is darkness. This shadow is humanhood, where little light of the divinity is being perceived. And animalhood is total darkness when light is not there. And when you see your divinehood, when you see the light, everything becomes enlightened. Wherever you see, it is divine. Life is divine. People are divine. Everything is divine. Just like when you enter into dream, whatever you see in the dream world is mind alone. The space is mind. The earth is mind. Water is mind. People are mind. Sukha Dukha is mind. Except mind, nothing is there. When you wake up, there is the mind alone. All forms disappear. Same way, here, when the light of your own Atman falls out, then you will see everything is divine. Divine was appearing as all this. Sukha Dukha, animalhood, humanhood, all thing was only a dream. It was not a real thing. Only reality is God. Only reality is Atman. Only reality is your own divinity. And knowing that, we have now, after coming to the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, we have totally accepted this ideal of God realization. And now we must be ready to sacrifice our life unconditionally to attain that goal. So Sri Ramakrishna says, wherever you are, as a householder, as a sannyasi, or whatever, wherever you are, in whatever condition, strive, go ahead. Don't stop. Whatever situations of life come, it comes according to your own karmic load. Just pass through that all these experiences. A person, whatever he experiences in his life, good or bad, so many varieties of states he passes through, so many moods he has to pass through, so many sufferings he has to pass through. Every bit was necessary for the evolution of that jiva. Nature never gives any experience which is not helpful for the evolution of the jiva, be it good or bad. Good and bad is man's conception. In nature it is not there. Action and reaction. Whatever you do, there is a reaction. It is a law of cause and effect in this world. So this we have accepted. Sri Ramakrishna means we have accepted the whole world is divine. I am divine. I have to realize this, my divinity within me. I have to realize the God. So Sri Ramakrishna says, as soon as the mud is washed away, the magnet attracts the needle. That is to say, man realizes God. Thakur is telling, weep for God. And the moment when you weep, we saw all these days, what happens when you weep? Weeping, how does it help you? So it suppresses all the layers of your existence and awakens your heart, which is the part which is going to be in relationship with God and realize God. Only the pure in heart see God. Why purity is necessary? Because what is purity? To get rid of all the draws, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, all these whatever we have, nature's drive and my own creation, because of the repeated actions, the momentum that we have acquired, what we call as vasanas. So when it is washed away, our heart becomes pure. Not only heart becomes pure, all layers of your existence, body, the pranas, that is the energy, then the senses, mind, intellect, all become transparent. It is totally transparent. The love of the Atman can flow out and you can see the divine everywhere. Divinity is entering within you and divinity is flowing outside you. This is what you see as the light of the Atman, the purity. The purity here, purity is the Atman that is made to manifest at all levels of my being. See, we are this as a body and mind, we are products of this nature. Nature has constituted this bodily existence. Now in this bodily existence, it is nature, through and through it is nature. Body, mind, senses, everything is nature. I only wake up and sleep in this body. So when everything is nature, nature when you see, it constantly radiates bliss, peace, love, perfection, purity, divinity. All these things are, it is a part of the nature. Nature is constantly radiating bliss, radiating peace, radiating divinity, radiating purity. Everywhere it is there, the whole nature. When you become one with the nature, when you are in tune with the nature perfectly, in perfect harmony with the nature, you are conducting your life, then all this will manifest in you. It is there, it is unmanifested. You are a product of nature, you are part of nature as body-mind complex. So in this every part of your existence, you will see it is bliss, is there, ananda. There is peace within you, pervading you. You are also radiating as the nature does. So you will see bliss, peace, love, purity, perfection, everything manifests at all layers. So in heart you will see purity. Immediately, wherever there is purity, there is divinity. What all radiates, nature radiates, there is divinity. Whole nature is divine. So, realizes God. Only the pure in heart see God. A fever patient has an excess of watery element in his system. What can quinine do for him unless that is removed? Quinine is actually anti-malarial drug. There is a plant called cinchona. Cinchona tree's bark contains quinine. Quinine is extracted from the bark of a tree. And quinine is used from ancient times. Thakur quotes it, quinine. From those days, it is anti-malarial. But this drug doesn't work when there is edema in the body. The body is swollen and filled with water. Many times we see. And the water has to go. Nowadays we use the Lasix for draining out the water from the body excessive. It is logging in the body. The water logging in the body. So it has to be drained. When there's so much of water is filled, quinine will not work. Heavy doses also will not work. Because the malarial parasites will easily be swimming in the body here, there. Quinine will not work. So the water has to be first drained out of the body. When the water is drained out, immediately quinine will start working. This is the ancient understanding of those days. It was being used even for cramps in the leg and all. Quinine was being used. But it is basically anti-malarial drug. What will quinine do for him unless that water is removed from the body? Why should not one realize God while living in the world? Why should not one realize God when what obstructs? There is nothing that obstructs, only your will to achieve. Because all that is needed to realize God is already embedded in you. Nature has provided. All systems are there that works. There is circulatory system, there is reproductive system, there is digestive system. So all systems, nervous system, lymph system, so many systems, each system is perfectly working. And my physical existence and life is blooming. So also, to live here, how the nature has done the arrangements within me to cultivate the intelligence, to select the food, to eat, everything the nature has provided. Similarly, she has provided a system in us which can make us transcend and go beyond. This transcendence is, it is already there. You have to open that door to perfection, to realize God. Why can't? Because everything needed is there and there is no obstruction from outside. You must will, you must take up, and you must start walking. Why should not one realize God while living in the world? But as I said, one must live in holy company. Pray to God, weeping for His grace, and now and then go into solitude. These four, Sri Ramakrishna always advises, entering into solitude whenever you get time. To the extent when we were just brahmacharis early in our life, after leaving the home, coming to our elder Swamijis used to say, if you get 2 minutes leisure, just sit in a corner and call on God. 2 minutes. The 2 minutes ekanta is there. The solitude is not possible everywhere at all times for all people. But you can have mental solitude. Separating yourself from all things in the world while amidst all people. Amidst people, you can experience that separation. You are in the ekanta. Ekanta is an attitude of mind towards yourself. If you have separated yourself from the world, wherever you are in the ekanta. If you are mixed up with the world, wherever you are, or you are carrying the world within you, you may be in physical solitude, but you are carrying the world like people carrying the mobile now. Whole world is in his pocket. Anything, anytime. You can get the information. You are living with world. You may be, you have shut yourself in the smallest bedroom. But mobile is there with you. Whole world is within that small bedroom. So the world can enter into you. That solitude will not help you. The real solitude is when you are separate from all things. There are living amidst the people, you can experience the solitude. Living in the solitude, you can experience the world. It is mental attitude and state. You have to, by practice, you have to cultivate that state in which you are like Padma Patra Vivambasa, like the leaf of Padma, lotus leaf in water. Put water on it, it just like becomes like pearls, it will flow away. It doesn't get stuck. Nothing, no sticking to that. Even petals of the lotus, put water, it will flow away. It does. On cloth, on wall, on mud, wherever you put water, it wettens. It doesn't wetten lotus leaf. So it is aloof. It grows in the same mud, same slash water, dirty water. From that the lotus plant has come out, lotus flower has come out. And it is getting nourishment from that, but it is totally unattached to all things. It is standing out and giving the joy to all others. So this is what is expected. Solitude means to be aloof from all things mentally and heartily. Then you will find, when the world has gone away from your awareness, your own nature is to be with the divine. There are only two things, world and the divine. If you leave the world, there is divine alone. So when thoughts subside, when mind attains that tranquility, and it has to be practiced when you are amidst problems, amidst people. Bhagavad Gita is taught not in the classroom, in the war field. Krishna gives Bhagavad Gita in the war field. Whole Bhagavad Gita. The supreme knowledge, including the vision of God, Vishwarupa Darshana, gets in the war field. A practice also has to be done. Otherwise, we often feel, if I go to the forest or somewhere into Ekanta, there if I sit, I will be able to realize God. It is not so. What happens is, there no other people are there, you are alone, and your ego desires and do not come out at all. They are all sleeping. When you come again into the world, they come out with all the force, multiplied force. It will come and capture you. That when you transcend gross dirt in you, kama, krodha and all this, anger, ego, all this likes and dislikes, when you transcend, while amidst the people, when you practice and nothing affects you. Anybody insulting will not affect you. Anybody harming you, making you loss, making you praise, somebody praises you, it will not affect you. For everything it is acceptable. At this stage you will see that you are calm and quiet under all circumstances. Then you will see that when you go to Ekanta, the subtle desires come out and you start eliminating. Otherwise neither subtle comes out nor the gross comes out. When you go premature, and you are not yet ready for that Ekanta, then in seed roop it will remain in seed form, and that will be tackled in the Samadhi Sthiti. So Ekanta, total Ekanta for long term is used only at advanced stages, but in the lower stages of our existence we use short term, now and then, go into solitude, attend to all duties, take a small leisure sometime and go and sit 2 days, 3 days, as much as you can, where you are not become aware of the external things. I saw a doctor in our mutt was working in Kamarpukur when I was there. One Dr. Dan was there, and he used to work 3 weeks in a month. Working means working. Morning 6 to night 8, non-stop. He will do hundreds of surgeries. He is a surgeon, and 1 week he will be missing. He will hand over all things to his assistants and go away. 1 week. He will not take his mobile or anything. Nobody can discover where is he. He will be there in some of the ashramas, one of the ashramas of our own mission ashrama centers. And he was welcome everywhere. totally forget, no duties, nothing. That 1 week is totally dedicated to God. Everything was just the only thought of God. From morning till night, whenever the shrine is open, he is there with the folded hands before shrine. And when he is sleeping, when he no talks with anybody, nobody identifies him. That is upavasa, real upavasa. Upavasa, sitting close to God. He used to enjoy seeing him as a true devotee sitting at the feet of God all the time. And then go back and work. Work means he is like a lion, he will be working. From morning 6 he enters into the operation theatre, comes out at 8 in the night. 1 week totally with God and in service of and every case he will consciously offer to God before he puts the surgery. And totally offering that patient, trying to see God in him, offering the whole case and what he does to the Lord. What a beautiful life. He is making surgery not for the patient, for God. He is Ishtadevata. He used to see Ishtadevata and do. What a beautiful life, what a beautiful thing. That's what Sri Ramakrishna wants us to do. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.